Hey everyone, this is the presentation that we went over in the 7th and 8th grade curriculum night. This was one that we were going to do for the original parent meeting that was scheduled several weeks ago that was postponed. So if you weren't able to make it to either the 6th, 7th, or 8th grade curriculum night, here's all the information. You didn't miss anything, I promise, or you won't after viewing this anyway. We're going to go through everything that you're going to need to know for your child to be most successful this year. Starting with just a brief overview, we're covering concerts and dates, we're covering program expectations, some new information about the program, some changes we're doing to the system this year. We are going to briefly touch on the Disney trip. I know that's something that people have the most questions about. I'll give you as much information as I can at this time while we're finalizing the last few details, and then we'll talk about some volunteer opportunities. Okay. Just some things about the program. This is chorus is a year-long class. It's different from a lot of the other ones. Band is the only other year-long class that we have available to 6th, 7th, and 8th. Once they get to 8th grade, all their classes become year-long classes with the exception of the CTE classes, which kind of flip-flop based on semesters. 8th grade chorus students are eligible for high school arts credit. This is huge if they want to go ahead and pursue an arts diploma seal, which looks very, very good on a college resume if they're looking at doing something in the arts, particularly acting or singing or playing an instrument or any of that kind of stuff. And I would like to tag this with a little shout out to Georgia. We made the majority of our revenue as a state this year. Normally, it's in industry and agriculture and all that kind of stuff. But we actually made a good chunk of our revenue in the entertainment industry, in music and movie production and fine arts, thanks to our SCAD program that's located with the campuses in Savannah and campuses in Atlanta. So it is actually a very good industry to be in here in the obviously in the United States, but here in Georgia, as that's one that's growing quite considerably. About me, as I said earlier, my name is Micah Brew. This is my second year as the director here at Riverwatch Middle. I'm very, very excited to be working with your kids. This is kind of a dream job for me. I've always wanted to do chorus. I've always been in the arts in some way, shape, or form. I've been a teacher this will be my 6th year teaching. I've completed 5 years up to this point. I've also led community choirs. I've done clinics for high schools, middle schools across the state. I've done honors choirs before. I'll be doing another one this year for Forsyth County Honors Chorus. And as a performer, I've been a soloist for the past about 13, maybe 14 years now. I currently sing at weddings. I sing for all sorts of events, and I sing my own solo concerts. And I'm an avid performing artist. I think it's important to teach the kids that, as a professional, even as a teacher, you don't just teach, you do as well. So it's about me. Going to the events. Now, this is where everybody wants to get their calendars out. We're covering a lot of stuff on this. Our concert events, because it's such a heavy performance-based class, our concert events are essentially our performance assessments. They're our summative grades, and they are required. It's kind of the big thing for the class. Now, I understand that life happens, and if for whatever reason a student absolutely cannot make a concert event, it's not that they're going to fail chorus. There are alternate assignments for that. But these alternate assignments aren't nearly as truly meaningful in the context of the class as the performance assessments themselves. And they're fun, they're easy. It's things that the kids will enjoy and that they'll remember for a long time afterwards. So it's beneficial on all ways. And it's a pleasant evening. We put on good shows. We put on good concerts. So it's a good event all around. This year also we are adding some fundraisers. Last year we did the cheesecake and cookie dough. That one is returning this year, but there's going to be an online component. Our fundraising goals are for our uniforms, for the Disney trip, and for a plethora of operational costs. As many of you who have been in my room recently noticed, we had new risers. We are still, to a degree, kind of recuperating from the risers, and so fundraising is the way that we can recover from that and still put on a pretty strong program and give your students the most opportunities we can. As far as our concerts, each of the ones with a little asterisk next to them right here are our required concerts. You'll notice there are quite a bit of required concerts this year. It's roughly the same amount as last year with one exception for our 8th graders, and that is the first one. October 5th, we have an 8th grade night over at Lambert High School. The call time for that one is going to be 5 o'clock. What it is it's a meet and greet with the Lambert Booster Club, Lambert director, and students. Also, we are performing with South Forsyth Middle School's 8th graders. We come. The catering modes this year, so it's $10 for anybody who wants to eat, which goes to the Booster Club. Your 8th graders will be enjoying the funds that come from this next year. And so what we do is we get together, we hang out, we get to know the choir, we have fun. Then around 6:15, 6:30, we have a big rehearsal to run through the Star Spangled Banner in 4 parts, which is something we've been preparing this year. We will be performing the Star Spangled Banner actually at the football game on the field at Lambert at about 7:15, I believe. The game starts at 7:30. Afterwards, students get in free for the game. So they are more than welcome to stay for the rest of the game, hang out with their friends some more, hang out with some of the new friends that they may make that year, some of the high schoolers who will hopefully become their mentors throughout this year and next year. And if not, if they want to start their weekend early, by all means, they're free to leave after the concert. So it's a quick little night, but good practice, and especially good practice for what we're doing on October 23rd. 6th and 7th grade have their concert the following week. That Friday, October 12th, call time is going to be 6 o'clock for this concert, and it's going to be at Lambert High School as well in their auditorium. This is a good opportunity for 6th and 7th grade to show off the music they've been working on, but also to show off some of the other skills that we've been working on, like their sight reading, like the technical exercises that we've been working on. Some warm-ups. It'll be a fun concert, a light concert. We're doing some really good music built on the theme of night and day, so there's lots of beautiful literature to pull from that. Of course, I've already mentioned the October 23rd concert. This is actually with Lambert's choir as well as South Forsyth Middle's choir. So it makes it more important for why the 8th grade night is such an important event for them. It gets them used to warming up and working together. I'm working with the directors right now to get the official times from that, but I believe the concert will start at 7. I'm anticipating a 6 o'clock call time as well for that event, but I will let you know and remind, hopefully mid-September, so you can start planning for that. Following that, our winter concert is December 14th. That is for 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. As of now, we're planning for it at Lambert. From what I heard, there may be a complication with that night. If there is, I will let you know again months in advance. And our backup location is Johns Creek United Methodist Church. Same call time, same everything else for that. Second semester is where we do more of our during the day concerts. These are more of our competition concerts. We have a cluster concert February 27. Note that that is actually, in fact, the day before Disney, but it is a concert that takes place during the morning. It's an excused absence from school. Students know that they need to make up any missed work that they are out from. But we are going to be performing once again at Lambert with Lambert and South Forsyth Middle. We're a very tight-knit cluster, so we like working together with each other. And there we actually host a clinic to help give these students more of an opportunity to fix some things that maybe some of the other directors aren't hearing and need to attune to. This is a really beneficial concert for us, especially given that we have Disney and LGPE coming up so quickly afterwards. Our dates for the Disney trip are locked in at this point, February 28th through March 3rd. You can go ahead and put those in your calendars for 7th and 8th grade if you're interested in attending the Disney trip. Notice this one is not required whatsoever, so you feel free to opt out on this. We do need at least 20 students per ensemble for us to make this trip, which I think we'll be able to find pretty easily. I'll give you more information about that later. But go ahead and put that in your calendars if that's something that you're interested in. LGP is another during the day concert. This is one of the ones where your students go and compete at Coming First United Methodist during the day. They're judged by 3 judges and a guest clinician. At least we're working up the guest clinician at this point. They are also evaluated on their sight reading. This is kind of like our milestones in choir. It's a very important event. It's very beneficial for the students a lot of times. And it shows basically what we've been working on throughout the entire year. And for 7th and 8th grade, what we've been working on the entire time they've been in choir. So it's very, very beneficial. Our students enjoyed it last year. I'm hoping that we can improve on the work that we did last year, where we took some pretty high scores for it. So we'll see on that one. And then May 17th is our final concert of the year. It's our spring concert. That's going to be a Friday evening, same call time, 6 o'clock, and the concert will start at 7. Those are usually our lighter concerts, but they end the day pretty. All right, we are planning a couple fundraisers this year. These are just some ideas for what we have as of now. We're still awaiting approval on the latter 2. But the first one is the one that we've done traditionally each year. It's our sweets and tumblers. We're doing cookie dough, cheesecakes, perfect things for fall as everybody gets their sweet tooth on. And this year we're going to have an online component along with that that offers you to buy spiritware, tumblers, other things that I don't even have on the list here because there really are so many to name off. But this is going to be our main fundraiser for the uniforms as well, for any other uniform costs that we might incur, and operational costs for the first semester, the beginning of second semester. Our other 2 concerts are going to, this one is going to go more so to the Disney trip. This one's going to go more so to operational costs in second semester once they get approved, which we hope to be soon. More information will come on those. Finally, before I move on to the next one, our live feed's going to cut me off in a minute. These are other opportunities that are available to our students. 9th District Honors Chorus and Honor Choir over here are available to 6th, 7th, and 8th. All-State is available to 7th and 8th only for these. Now, Honors Choirs, they operate just about the same. It's a 2-day event. The first day is getting together, learning music from a wonderful clinician, and me somehow. I'm doing the Forsyth County Honors Chorus for the treble, which I'm so excited about. In addition, these are events that I select students for. I base the criteria on these on practice records, on practice habits, on dedication that I see in the classroom, and all of this kind of stuff, and the benefits that I think that these students are going to have long term for each of these. You'll hear the selections for 9th District coming out very, very soon, because we obviously the date is coming up fairly soon on that. There are fees for each of these events. The All-State, I'll tell you, has a non-refundable audition fee, I believe, of about $25. And once students are accepted, there are fees for the acceptance of that involve hotel stays in Athens and music costs and a number of other things. I will have all of that information for you well in advance once we get there. There are also fees for 9th District Honors Chorus. We're still figuring out the exact fee on that. We had a meeting on Sunday actually to talk about that, all of the music directors together, and so we'll have more information once that is completely finalized for you. Last year it was about $55, which covered everything, including meals, including uniforms and all of that kind of stuff for it. So Forsyth County Honors Chorus is similar. There is a fee for that one. I believe that one is a little bit less, around, I want to say $35, but we'll be meeting in October to finalize the actual cost for that as well. So tune in. We still have more to come. I'm going to post a second video in a minute. I know there's a lot of information. This is why I wanted to have the parent meeting early. Unfortunately, things don't always go as planned. So tune in on our second video. I'll go through the program expectations quickly, and then we'll move to things like our program updates, Disney, and volunteer opportunities. Thank you guys, and see you in just a minute.